Hey there, thanks for keeping the channel right here on STL TV. We are excited to have the green guy, Craig Young, with us here from stlouisgreen.com. Now, Craig founded stlouisgreen.com back in 2005. Where did the idea come from, and then how has it evolved?
It was a complete accident. We were doing video work. When I was at the Missouri Botanical Garden, when I was deployed, we were doing, I left there, we were putting in outdoor classrooms and gardens, and I left, and everybody kept calling and saying, hey, can you tell me how to do this? So I was putting in another garden at my daughter's school, and I said, let's start a film. And so we started videoing it, and to this day, we never finished it.
But it was a launch pad for this website.
Absolutely, because once the video got up, then we started saying, oh, we needed money, and so we started writing grants, and we said we need to start a nonprofit, and that's when I filed, and we got our incorporation like at the end of '06, and then in July, I guess, of '07, we started the website.
You've got a five-prong approach, though. I mean, did it start out that way?
No, absolutely not. The website was supposed to be the core, and then when the economy hit, and everybody said, no, we're not going to try any new marketing things, we were kind of left out there, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty interesting.
So really, you've done a five-faceted approach to really try to help make the St. Louis region more green.
Right.
And one of which is the educational efforts online.
Right.
But then also you've got four other things going on.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, then they've all just kind of have grown and done their own thing over the years. We have the Holiday Light Drive, which has been super successful, and we started that. We're in our fourth year of that, and then we have our sports recycling, which we have our volunteer programs that we've set up at the St. Louis Cardinals and St. Louis Rams, which I'm a huge fan. So just for me to even be there is just like, oh my gosh, that's the greatest. So that's been awesome. And then our big program is we do furniture and metal to food, which is we recycle a whole bunch of furniture and metal. And last year we did almost 5,000. I mean, we did over 5 million pounds. So
5 million pounds.
Right, unbelievable amount.
So if people are looking to recycle those things, specifically furniture or metal, how do they take advantage of that through St. Louis Green?
Well, most of the stuff that we work with is corporations, so we don't really work with one or two homes or anything. We will if there's an opportunity to get to a different agency, because a lot of the good stuff that we get in, we'll divert it and move it into an agency that we work with. So if somebody, like we had a gentleman in yesterday that's starting a new housing project, and they need they have a bunch of interns moving in next year, this next month or two, and so he came out and said, hey, these are all the things I need for our house, and so he gave us a list, and so Cindy, who's being the dynamo that she is, she'll have all that stuff for him soon.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's really cool.
You mentioned the holiday light recycling, and we know that that's seasonal, so that takes place from mid-November to mid-January.
Right.
Tell us what you do with all those lights.
It's awesome. So we have over 500 locations across the state, 98 Walmart stores, which I was just still kind of in shock because we started with 4 years ago. So it's really jumped up. And what we do is we just put bins out, and we just ask everybody, instead of throw them away, or if you're upgrading to LEDs, just recycle them, because there is a lot of copper in them. And we get the copper rebate, and with that we write a check to Operation Food Search, which I love to do. So it's amazing. And what's cool is that we are fortunate in St. Louis that we have a recycler here that will actually grind them, so we don't have to ship them anywhere, which is fantastic.
So you can recycle your holiday lights at many area locations. They're at Walmart, they're at some of the local high schools. There's lots of great places. You can find out more about the locations online at stlouisgreen.com, or by calling 222-8004. So you're accepting those through January 13th.
Correct.
But then you need volunteers to help sort all that. So you have a warehouse, and people can also contact you if they're interested in volunteering anytime in the month of January.
Right. That's the big core of our operations. We are a nonprofit, which a lot of people, it kind of gets confusing because most of the social business, we're always trying to make money with our programming. So, but we do it, and we have a huge volunteer support. I mean, I don't even know, there's probably over 2,000 people that volunteered between the Cardinals and Rams and all of our stuff last year.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. So with the sports recycling program, where people can attend the game but then pick up the recyclables at the game, you need volunteers on an ongoing basis for those events.
Right, all the time. There's always, you come down and watch a game for free. It's a tough gig.
That's not bad at all. And as a green gal, I definitely appreciate the fact that those things are actually, somebody's looking out for those things rather than just going into the trash.
Right, and it's a huge education process. So when people come to the game and they see the Cardinals, they're actually taking the effort to recycle. I mean, hundreds of tons get recycled out of the stadium, which is unbelievable.
Okay.
So, yep.
Well, Craig has agreed to stay with us for one more segment, and here's why. Not only do we have tons to talk about, but we've got 2 brand new things that St. Louis Green is taking on that we want you to hear about first here on STL TV. So stay with us. We'll be back with more green tips from our one and only green guy, Craig Young. And I want to remind you, you're watching STL TV live, and you can find us streaming live on our website at stltv.net. Among other places, you can also find us on YouTube and Twitter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.